The number one way new guests find your business is on Google. There's no other platform that's used more when searching for a company to do business with. Not Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or even chat. This is why it is vital that you're outranking your competition. There's thousands of dollars here on the table. And if you've ever pulled up an incognito window on your browser and typed in best hair salon in your city to see your business showing up way down the first page or not even on the first page, we're going to fix that. You're more than likely working your tail off behind the chair, running the business, while the salon down the street with a crooked vinyl sign that has a website from 2008 is ranking higher than you. No bueno. If you want to make sure you have a constant flood of new guests coming in the door, this is by far the easiest way. I have the specific factors that Google cares about, and there's 5 of them, and how much each one of them matters in how your salon is ranked. None of them are complicated. You don't need to be techie to put these things in motion. And if you stay until the end, I have an action plan for you this week on how you can implement this episode in an hour and a half. So the 5 ranking factors. Number 1, reviews. And before you think, duh, the 2 points that I have about reviews may surprise you, and it makes up 40% of the heavy lifting. The more specific your reviews are, the better. I'm talking reviews that have frequent keywords in them. So instead of a guest saying, I love my hair, something like, she does the best hair color in Houston. Instead of, the place is super clean, using keywords like, this is the cleanest, most reliable salon in Denver. So specifically, what is it that each guest loves about you and what city are you in? Obviously, clients are writing these reviews, but when we ask for the review, we give them simple guidance. It really helps us out when you're specific with what you love about the salon and when you also mention Houston in your review. This helps Google read your reviews and uses the keywords or keyword phrases to decide what you should rank for. The other thing about reviews is it's not just the total number of reviews, it's the pace of new reviews you receive. Google cares about how fast you get new reviews more than how many you have. So you need to focus on review velocity over quantity. If the velocity stays consistent over time, you're gonna have quantity, but you have to make sure that the reviews continue to come in. This tells Google you're relevant now instead of being relevant 5 years ago when you got 400 reviews. Lastly, Google loves engagement. So you should respond to every single review. A lot of owners respond to negative reviews, but you got to respond to all of them. Super simple to execute. If you've got somebody on the front desk or you have a VA, it's a task they complete every week. They know how to log in to the company's Google business profile, and it takes no more than 5 minutes each week. So ask yourself, how are you getting reviews right now? Most softwares today have the option to send out an automated text. So you could do that and then send an email too, just to be safe. But a text message really is key because the average open rate of a text is 98% compared to the email open rate of our industry. It's like all over the place, but 20% max. If you don't have this set up with your software, do that this week. It's too important not to knock this out. It's 40% of what places you hire. If you do have automated text set up and you're still not getting reviews weekly, go in and see what the process looks like. What does the text message say? Add mirror talkers to your stations that are visually appealing. And then the copy on them, and that's the words that are actually on the mirror talker, that should also stand out. Use verbal communication. Your stylist should be bringing this up, and so should your front desk. Now, before we get to number 2, if you're ready for your salon to run smoother, grow faster, and have multiple people on your team carrying the weight with you, then I have a link below on how you can get in touch with our admissions team. They'll do a deep business assessment on how we can help you grow. The second ranking factor is your Google business profile, and I'm going to say that like 40 times. This makes up 30% of your rank factor. It's basically your storefront on Google. And most salons think that they've set this up and they're done. No. Just like with reviews, Google ranks salons that look alive. So the same person that's going in to respond to every single review is already in your Google business profile. The first time they go to do this, they're going to need to check for accuracy on a couple things. First, making sure the salon's profile is completely filled out. Every tab they allow you to add something to, fill it in. Make sure the categories are correct. The hours of operation are accurate. This has gotten us in the past a few times when we've changed hours of operation. Now, two things they're going to check off every time they're responding to reviews. They're going to publish a post. It can be a graphic that was posted to the salon social media that week. It can be a new stylist announcement, a current promotion that's going on, an event that one of your local partners is having soon, a charity you're donating to, and that's good because you have link backs. If you're hiring, a link to a blog. It can really be anything. Super easy to do this. Just pull something from what's going on in the salon or something that's already been made from your socials. Google loves active listings. So if they're posting something weekly after they finish with a review, it bumps up your ranking. When they're finished with that, they're going to publish a photo. It can be a photo of your team, of your front desk area, really anything in the exterior or interior of your salon that you really like. It could also be your salon's work. Google wants to see new photos added regularly, not 40 photos from 2019. So one time a week, someone on your front desk or a VA is going to go in Google Business Profile, respond to every review, publish a post, publish a photo. They both may be photos. Third ranking factor is local SEO keywords on your website. This makes up about 15%. Honestly, not hard to do at all. You just have to do a little bit of chat work to understand where to go in your website builder if you're not familiar with it. This would take 20 minutes at most, and that involves you thinking about the keywords you want to use. Now, if you don't like doing stuff like this, if you have no clue how to get in the builder of your website, have the person that did your website go in and do these things if they're not already done. It only takes one time, and you don't have to update it unless you make a really big change to the business. But it really is super easy. On every single page, you need to have keywords and phrases. So on your homepage, especially your homepage, because that is always the most viewed. It should clearly say your city, who you are, and or what you do. The headline or the first paragraph can start with Pittsburgh's #1 salon for color and hair extensions. Ours says, welcome to Louisville's favorite hair salon. Google reads the top of your website pages heavily. On your service page, you can say something like, best blonding in Raleigh. You need actual words on pages because Google can't rank you for something your website doesn't say. If you want to rank for best hair salon in San Diego, your website has to say best hair salon in San Diego. Now on the footer of your website, and the footer shows up automatically on all the pages, put keywords at the bottom like the salon name, the city, and the services you really want to promote. For all the pictures you have on your website, you should have image alt text for each of them. Google can read your site, but it can't see photos. It can only see code. So the alt text is literally like you whispering to Google, hey, this is a hair extension transformation in St. Matthews. But you don't have to match your description to the photo and what the photo actually is. You're just telling Google what you want to rank for. Like in this picture, the alt text says cleanest salon in J-Town. That doesn't have anything to do with the actual photo. And also here's where you can add micro neighborhoods. So Neat Beat Salon is in Louisville, Kentucky, but we have clients from all over, St. Matthews, Prospect, Middletown, Fern Creek. So add your neighborhoods because that helps with your local ranking and it gives Google context, and context means higher ranking. Lastly, you want to make sure that your meta descriptions on your website are working for you. Now, what's a meta description? It's that little text on Google that lives underneath the title. It's on the back end of your website, but it's not visible to the public. So every page on your site has a little SEO box where you type in the title and the description. And a lot of people ignore this and they'll just put homepage. But you should give it a title and description that has keywords you want to show up for. Again, once this is done, you don't have to do it again. Now, these meta descriptions, they help with your click-through rate and it tells Google what the page is about. So it delivers a better response for the people that are searching, which improves your visibility. Now, if you're liking this episode so far, hit the like button for me, followed by the subscribe button, because this helps us out a ton. The fourth ranking factor is engagement signals. This makes up about 10% of how high your salon shows up in the search results. So Google is watching how people interact with your listing. Your listing is your Google business profile. So when someone Googles your salon, it shows up at the top of the search. Google takes notes on whether or not someone clicks that listing, your profile. Did they click it and stay? Did they click it and leave? Did they hit the call button or the book online button? Do they look at the photos or like them? Did they go to the website and actually hang out there? And then a big one, did they leave immediately because the website was confusing, outdated, or slow? If that's the case, Google makes you invisible. You way down the list. There are two parts of engagement signals. One is engagement with your Google business profile, and the other is engagement after they click and land on your website. The job of your business profile is to get them to click. The job of your website is to get them to stay. And Google tracks all of these little engagements to see if you're legit and if real humans want more. So how do you get better engagement signals on your Google business profile? Make sure you have great and recent, awesome photos and reviews, and they're not just of hair. Pull up an incognito window on your computer and Google your salon and see what pops up. Act as an outsider. Click through things. Ask yourself, how can I make this more engaging to the people I want in my salon? And then on your website, make that sucker look like a resort to your ideal market. Show the business's personality. Make your salon stand out from other salons' websites. The fifth ranking factor is website speed and mobile friendliness. This only accounts for about 5%, but do not let that fool you. This can completely sabotage your rankings and new clients booking with you if you ignore it. Not much upside, but downside is ugly. Does every page of your website load quickly? Does it work smoothly? Most people search for salons from their phones. This year, Neatbeat, 70% of its visitors came from the phone and 30% came from a desktop. So it's really important that you're looking at the responsiveness of your website on both versions, but especially your phone. Sometimes developers can hone in on the desktop version more because that's what they're used to working on, but you must consistently check your site's mobile version. If your site doesn't load in a couple of seconds, they're gone. And Google sees that immediate exit as a red flag. This part isn't necessarily about having the fanciest website. It's about removing friction. A site that is simple, clean, fast, and mobile friendly, it will outperform a pretty site that's slow or outdated every single time. And it's not just the speed either. It's also the formatting. I cannot tell you how many times, this literally happens every time we update our website. We get it updated. I look at it because I primarily work from a desktop. Looks great. I pull it up on my phone and there are formatting issues all over the place, literally every time. So you need to make sure that the formatting is correct on both versions and nothing looks misplaced, wonky, or overlapping. So for you, open up your site on your phone. Scroll it like a real client. Is it fast? Is the booking button easy to find? Are the photos sized correctly or do they take forever to load? Is the body text big enough or do you have to zoom in like you're reading a restaurant menu in the dark? Is your text easy to read? My husband and I took the kids to lunch last week and we got the menu. I opened it up and I was like, this is awful font. It was so hard to read. Now I know that there are really cute fonts out there. Trust me, I know. And you really like the design, but they are not easy to read. You need to think about your ideal customer. We call this a PPG, potentially perfect guest. Would they be able to easily read your font choices? If not, change them. Send your website to your friends and ask for their quick feedback. You don't have to take everything at face value, but it'd be interesting to see what they said. If anything feels frustrating, confusing, slow, a guest is gonna feel that too, and Google is gonna notice. Your goal is a website that feels effortless, fast, updated, easy to navigate, something that respects your guest's time. And when you get this right, not only does Google reward you, but your ideal guest does too. Okay, so we have reviews, Google Business Profile, local SEO keywords on your website, engagement signals, and website speed and mobile friendliness. If you took an hour and a half this week to listen to this episode one more time, you can create the task with instructions for someone else to handle the reviews and posting to the Google Business Profile. And those are going to be ongoing. They're going to do that every week. And then you use the remainder of the time block to update or add keywords to your site, improve your business profile so it can have better engagement signals, and then check for your website friendliness, especially on the mobile version. If you liked this episode, comment below what you liked most about it or what was most surprising to you. And until next time, go out and positively impact people.